Hey everybody, do you want to make a D&D podcast like us or really any podcast? Well, then you got to know about Anchor. First off, my favorite part, it's very free. It's the most free. It costs no dollars. That's sick. Second part, you can start monetizing with their monetization tools immediately with no minimum listenership. Also very sick. You can now, this is new. You can take any song from Spotify and add it directly into your episodes, and let me tell you, that's freaking sick nasty. So download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today.
Last time on Lawful Stupid. I'm kidding, it's regular. Here we go. And Ryan lies, bleeding. And just then, on the opposite side of the courtroom, this golden kind of sparkle energy begins to whir, forming a portal. And out of it, you see several sleepers pouring into the courtroom. And we will roll some initiative.
All right, I'm in the middle of them now, and I'm going to use Detonate on myself.
The sleepers all burned to a crisp. Both portals have been removed. You come to kind of the gates where you all entered, and standing at the only exit is a white dragonborn in crimson armor and this elf that has a scythe with her. You must all wonder why you're here, why this is happening, and why we keep bumping into one another.
Who are you? Can we talk about that? Like, what are you doing here and why are you hurting people?
Child, I am Nova, the goddess of light.
Oh, you fucking bitch! You lied to me my whole goddamn life. You used me and you threw me away like fucking trash.
You can blame your father for that. As she says,
William, there are two other immortals that are still alive. I can sense them on this plane. We can help them.
You hear Kino say,
You guys need to get out of there.
Help us move and we will.
Reach out for Beatrice.
Okay, does my arm move when I do that?
it's like a heavy weight or band is like trapped around you, but you're able to, as you lift your arm up, the gauntlet is helping you almost like boost it up. As you touch Beatrice, and the Dragonborn is sort of like in her own way, like all of this is happening at the same time. She's reaching out to stop your arm, and you touch Beatrice, and that flame shoots into her body. Her eyes, it's like they roll back and they turn into that rainbow color again. And you begin to sing this melodic tune that you sang at Angel's Cove as a child and that you gave to your children, and they passed down the line. And suddenly these colors begin to swirl around you and around the boys, and they're able to move again. And then you see this blast, and it like shatters this plane. And as it falls to pieces, you're back inside of the city, standing at the front of the gates of the Sun Elf Kingdom. And so now all three of you, and you've appeared back into the Sun Elf Kingdom as you stand at the front gate that you came in through just a couple days ago. Behind you is a surprised Dean and Breeze, who still looks very beaten up from the last encounter you had. And then about 100 feet out from you, standing kind of under the archway of the gate where you come in, is the White Dragonborn. And she says to you, specifically Beatrice, out loud, "Wouldn't you do anything to see your betrothed once more, to hold him once more?"
She has a very pained expression on her face. Like she so desperately wants it. And be like, I cannot ask that of him again.
But what if you could? What if you could have all of it? Have everyone back and have
the love of your life. If you could have Neo back.
No, you're getting in my head. I cannot. It's not the cycle of things. He knew, I knew, it all ends at some point.
And so you'd rather live a life without him than try and bring him back?
Because I can keep living and live with those around me. She'll motion to her little group right around her.
We wave sheepishly.
These are my new friends, my new loves of my lives, whether they're like children or brothers to me.
You and I don't share the same sentiment, unfortunately.
You've grown bitter with years. Hopefully I'll never get to your point.
We have much time to yet see that. I'll be at the catacombs, waiting for you to bring me the scale. So you have a few options. One, you can bring me the scale and everything is well, and we can maybe begin to work on... We might lose the sleepers, but I'll have what I want, and they're already pretty much dead anyway. Anybody who knows them is gone years ago. Or I can release them into the world. That's up to you. You've seen the damage they can do, and she looks around, but what you notice as you kind of look around, if you do, as she waves, is that the portals have gone, and whatever sleepers were there before you guys went into your portals are also gone. There are still bodies of both lying scattered throughout the streets. The choice is yours. And you see a scythe come through the fabric of reality, like a curtain opens, and Nova steps backwards into it, and the fabric closes into just a regular area.
How's everybody looking? How's everybody doing okay?
Man,
I've never been better. A little tired.
I've been better before. This is not good. I don't feel very good.
So, let's get the fuck out of here. Go back to that K&G safe house, huh?
And sleep. Can confirm. I'm on good. That's a good idea.
Yeah, let's go.
Mr. Dean says, guys, I can't go with you. I have to stay here. I have things I have to look at this place. Don't worry about us. We'll figure it out. We'll recover. And he says,
It's good. I wasn't.
Beatrice, I don't know what to say. And people will know what you did for us. They know that you're not the criminal, of course, that I knew you weren't as well. I'll talk to my queen. Give us the call, and we'll be there.
Yeah, when we need it, I'll guess ask.
Well, good luck in your travels. I don't know where you go from here, but I know I'll see you again. Probably soon.
She'll nod her head. We'll look to the others.
Time to go.
Yeah.
No, I was never here. Starts turning
If
around.
anybody
leaves.
asks, I'll deny it.
Yeah.
And you are heading out the gate. Breeze is in tow again, still pretty beat up. Is there anything else you want to do or say before you head out, or are we heading back?
No, she'll turn back to Dean. And then be like, if it's not safe, the village of the Twilight Elves, it's hidden, but I believe it's by Mapelli, right, Devin?
Yeah, we're like really far away from there, right?
Mm-hmm. Just southeast of Mapelli.
Yeah. It's over in Mapelli. If I can find this place, then I feel like you guys could find that place if you need to go somewhere not here.
I don't want to be.
My brother and sister run the town. Just tell them I sent you.
Yeah, tell her Will sent you.
Just don't. Just remember that nowhere's safe now, right? They can go anywhere they want, anytime they want. They can open these portals. So
numbers might be safer. They can plan together.
No, for sure. I'm with you. That's the place to go if you guys can bury your centuries-old hatchet. That would be cool. But just remain vigilant.
I think at this point we have no choice, right? It's either band together, don't exist at all, it seems.
Shame it had to come to that.
Indeed. Thank you all again. And he kind of reaches out his hand to shake each of your hands. So first...
Will's gone, bro. He's walking away. He was never here.
I'll give him daps.
And then he holds out his hand to B.
Oh, yeah, she'll take it, but she'll slip Neo's ring in and be like, to show my sister.
And as you do that, he actually lets go of your hand and goes for like he's going for a hug, but he's kind of waiting for you to like give the hug back.
She will awkwardly take it because she doesn't know what to do here, but what just happened was real hard.
He's going to roll like a hug roll. How good of a hug? It's a real good hug. It's a 19. Just like you feel safe in this man's arms. And he says, please be careful.
She'll nod and then slip away so she can go join the others because they've poofed and gone, and she doesn't know how they're going to get back because the ground disappears beneath their feet after a certain point.
I was planning on closing my eyes and running. I can run on water, and there's water in the air, so...
Yeah, I can fly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Devin! 60!
Hey, you can't fight with that. All right. Yeah, so you leave this Sun Elf Kingdom behind you. If you peer back, you notice there's a lot of smoke rising from all over this place where things were destroyed. Presumably they're burning bodies or other thing. I don't know how they get rid of. That's how they get rid of their people here.
They're demolished.
They send them
courthouse.
back to Hephaestus. Yeah. And you're walking for about 3 hours, and you come back to that part of the cliff where you started your journey so long ago. Even and you step back onto the trail, and not far from you, if you go back up the hill, is where the safe house for the K&G is. And then down the mountain again is Junga, that you've been before.
Yeah, shit town.
But you also know that to be like a KNG, like safe, like an area, right? That's a town run by the KNG, like actors. But it operates as a town, but it's also full of KNG members.
I probably don't want to go there.
Probably the safe house?
Sleep it off the safe house, and then on to whatever we were doing for the Death Dealer.
Yep.
Whatever that was.
So what you will know is that you have to travel. It's actually pretty close to here. It's on this continent. So there's like the red eye of the world, which is this giant volcano. I said that weird. I was going to say volcanic. Volcano that is in the center of the island.
Yeah, with the fire giants.
It does erupt from time to time, and was uninhabitable for a long time because it would erupt so much. There was so much lava. People have since moved in. It's become like an attraction area, touristy area. People have built homes into the side of the volcano, and down at the base as well. So it's highly traveled, highly sought out, even sometimes as a vacation spot. And you can see the volcano in the distance, even. You can see, like, it's that big on this continent.
All right, cool. Go to the safe house.
Yeah, and so you go in.
Go sleepy time.
Because I'm interested to know. Everybody roll. Let's see who's got.
Oh, the charisma check.
Yeah.
Was it a charisma roll?
I fucking suck.
Yeah, we'll do a charisma. That makes sense to me.
It is.
It has been, yeah.
I never roll it.
Well, it's not my turn.
I had a 9.
It's 8 this time. It's Fume's turn.
And
William,
what'd you get?
I got a 9.
I got a 13.
Oh, so Fume. Okay, so Fume, what's going on in this room? Because I feel like it's
Wait,
very
Breeze
different
roll?
even from Breeze. You're rolled 12.
Cinched
No.
it. My +1 to charisma finally pays off. Man, I think for Fume right now, there's like a lot of levels. There's a lot of verticality. There's like platforms along the wall that lead up, like these big raised platforms that you don't know how you would even get on. But then there's like a bed on top. There's like one for each of us. Like these huge, skinny pillars, and it's just like, oh. It's just it's just very dark, and like underneath each of those beds, it's just like a very bright and harsh light. Huh. It's probably yours, right? Right, Breeze? This is probably your room.
I don't care, man. Just give me whatever you got. I just need to lay down.
I mean, good luck climbing onto that bed. It's 40 feet in the air.
He says, I think you could will me one a little closer.
Let me try.
You literally just got to think about it. Not hard. Just put it there.
A sleeping bag materializes on the floor.
That'll do. And he goes over and he'll immediately just lay down and roll over.
I think B is just gonna sit on the ground. She doesn't want to deal with that right now. And hug her knees and call it a
This might
day.
be a manifestation of my guilt. Well, good night.
Yeah, and you guys jump up. I guess I imagine just like jumping different heights, like they're not quite
It's like
built
you have
for
to
this.
climb
Like,
the
I don't know
pole.
if William's built for this.
You have
yeah,
to climb
so
we have to climb like the pole from Mulan, but at the top there's a bed.
why would you make it
William
so
just flies
uncomfortable?
up.
And then there's
Yeah,
a
William
giant.
just flies up.
Well, the giant glaring light is like the light that's being shined on my sins. I feel really bad. I feel like if I hadn't killed that guy, maybe none of this would have happened. And I just think that I'll keep guard because we can't trust anything anymore. I'm pretty not beat up, so I'll pull a first shift.
In your own.
Oh, I mean, William's fine. He just had his exhaustion.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he just needs a long rest.
Yeah, keep your
He'll take the last leg of guard then, so he can get his first
Well, I mean,
sleepy out of the way.
B could do it. She only needs to trance for about 4 hours, and then
I'll watch until B's done with her trance, and then B can take over.
Perfect.
Who has the
William will sleep like the baby.
middle of the
is.
night shift? Who has that one? Tell me
That would be
Not that, I'm
that would
sleeping
be about when Miss B and I switch. 4 hours in is when Miss B and I would switch.
Let's do this. You both are up, and I need both of you to roll perception checks for me.
Honk shoe.
That's a good honk shoe.
$29.
It's pretty good.
18
You both
still
feel
pretty
it.
good too.
Beneath your feet, you feel the ground begin to rumble.
I will wake up Will and Breeze. And be like, hey, the ground is shaking.
There's been an emergency. I was having the most wonderful dream. I was 18 feet tall.
It was just me running through Miss B's family tree, just fucking every branch. Just fucking destroy. Like I was a fucking botanist. The way I tended that family tree.
Little prune here,
Oh,
watering a little bit of there.
all the TLC they need to grow big and strong.
Do we need to introduce you
Bird and
to
leaves.
anyone, Fume? Do you need
What's up?
needs?
No, this is for you. I'm just in his own monologue, just going.
No. What's up? That was me. That was me, Shane. Now I'm Fume. See the voice, how it's different.
I do.
Is the ground like a constant rumble, or is it just like every once in a bit rumble?
Is it like footsteps?
It's holding steadily. No, it's holding steadily.
William lays his head back down. He doesn't go to sleep, but this doesn't seem to be a cause for concern.
Respect.
He put the gold in the bed. It's the vibrating
Breeze
bed.
does the same thing. Leave me alone, man.
B is gonna take a look outside just to see what's going on. Just poke her head out.
You step outside, cool air hits your face, of being a little high up in the mountains, and you see in the distance. Doesn't look, I mean, the ground's still shaking, rocks are kind of falling down. It's like pebble size, not anything dangerous where you're at, but you're aware of it. And then you see an explosion from the volcano as it erupts high into the air and comes down.
So many people just died. So many people just got fucking reduced to 0 HP. They are making death saves.
Hold on, give me 30 minutes.
That's
Dead.
That's what the rumble is. It's the sound. It's what sound it makes when 1,000 death saves get made at the same time.
Oh boy. Yeah, is it at a distance where I have to be worried about that, or I'm just like, yeah,
No,
that's far
no.
away?
No, that's
Okay.
far away.
Yeah, she'll just step back in, close the door,
Okay.
look at
And
the
you
others,
do that,
and be like,
and then
not report anything.
Not
It's
report.
fine.
Okay.
nothing to say here.
This is
It's
fine.
fine.
This is
It's fine.
fine.
This is fine.
Sounds like William gets the best sleep of his life.
It doesn't connect it to you
The
somehow.
fucking bed vibrating.
The fireman gets big on the same day that the volcano explodes. That just seems to add up.
Nope, B definitely had a this is fine look.
Yep, but that's that. So morning time rolls around. I don't know if you have any victuals you'd like to prepare, if there's anything last minute kind of preparations you make before you set off again.
Yeah, I make biscuits for everybody. I make blueberry biscuits.
Yum.
Very good. B is gonna change out of her sun elf clothes into her normal clothes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So are we not going to address the fact that Mrs. B has a rainbow scale?
Did you know that you did?
Nope. I thought it was the white scale.
Well, you knew you had one.
Well, yeah, if your vision was correct and what everyone else was saying was correct,
Oh, yeah,
I
that
was
time-
going to
that
assume
time,
it was going
yeah.
to correct.
Good call. Good call. Good call. I forgot about that vision.
Do you feel any different?
No, it's still the same. I imagine the horrible songs will enter my head if we're near other scales again.
Oh. Alright. How you feeling? Feeling okay?
Well, I could go turn myself in and save probably the rest of the world and it would all be fine.
Nah, Nova's a bitch.
Actually, fuck that forever.
Yeah.
Actually, fuck that idea
Pass.
forever.
It would be the easiest
Pass.
outcome.
Yeah, just not fun though.
No, so I have a little game I like to play called Shitty People Don't Get What They Want.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a really fun game. It's like the best game, actually. And I think that if there's anybody on the top of my shitty person who shouldn't get what they want list, it's the person who unleashed the dragon curse on the earth to open a fucking door.
Yeah.
No, she should have just knocked.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you love something, you let it go, and if it doesn't come back to you, it was never meant to be. So,
I don't know how you teach a goddess that. That seems rather difficult. And even then, I was giving her some lip. Our situations seem rather similar.
let me try some real quick. Hey, Kinos.
Nothing.
Cool. Yeah. No. I was gonna say you maybe teach a god a lesson by like making another god translate, but I don't. Maybe you got Hephaestus on the line there, bud.
Nope. I can ask Ashi, but I don't talk to Hephaestus.
Does Ashley talk to us?
Hey Ashi, how do you convince a god not to be a cunt?
Well, if I'm being honest, Hephaestus is precisely that. All of the time he was, so... But he was never bent toward evil as such. Does that make sense?
You ever try to kill his dad?
Well, I talked to Eshi, and basically you just kick him as hard as you can between the legs, and then you tell them what you want.
Down.
Yeah. I of course paraphrased a little.
Okay. How do we do that? Because last time she just made it where we couldn't move or do anything.
Hey Ashley, how do we overcome the weird bullshit time spell? You know what, Ashley, you can just come out and tell the whole group.
Yeah, Ashley, hang out.
And she kind of comes out. Where are you guys standing at currently? Just outside in front of the...
Underneath the shadows of many large bed
So you're
poles.
inside. Okay. She says, well, what she wants is the scale of the Allfather. But she could have killed you when she had the chance, right? We were all frozen and you couldn't do anything.
You probably have to give it away willingly.
So she can't take that.
Weird like that.
So I don't know what that means.
Can we use Papa's scale against little Miss Fuck You?
It seems like, Beatrice, you have used it maybe when your emotions get really... I don't know if you have used it just of your own accord or just in reaction to...
I think the one time it felt like I used anything of it was out of reaction and strong emotion, but I don't know how to tap into that.
Wait. Isn't Invoker shit like only half given? Right? You get chosen or whatever, but then you have to go prove it in like a big thing of some sort of feat or
Yes.
If we put Miss B through the trial, will she get rainbow powers?
Here's the thing, Fume. So I was servant of Eshi, I was the servant of Hephaestus, and so actually the volcano that's close to here, the Eye of the World, that's where Hephaestus like lived, right? That was his domain. I had to travel to the top of that volcano, and I was actually going to give it my life. I was going to jump in, and Hephaestus brought me out. So in a way, he chose me without me like having the power. The thing is, there is no test of a servant of Uni. There was no immortal
that we
for
know
Uni.
of.
No, there was none of us. There were the six of us. There was no servant of Uni, just the six of us to serve the other gods.
Until now, is what you were saying.
And she looks over and shrugs, and she's like, "You have a point."
Wait, I'm concerned though, because I saw in my vision the moment in which Miss B fused with the scale, which we thought was the white scale, but it's actually the rainbow scale. Mm-hmm. So 600 years ago, 6 immortals gathered with 6 scales to try to stop the end of the world because of the dragon's curse, right? So what were we doing with that one and not the other? Was it 6 immortals and 7 scales? Because that just doesn't make sense thematically.
That's a great point. No, and we weren't seeking the scales. We were trying to find those who were collecting the scales. We hadn't had any of those ourselves, but we had eventually gained information that this Dr. Brightside had the scales and was using them for ill gain. Right,
but I saw... Oh, I guess we went to Brightside's lab and he might have had who knows what the fuck in there.
So where's the actual white scale?
Also, is that dude dead? Did I kill Brightside? We kind of glossed over. Did I murder that man? I don't know.
She kind of looks around. After she's like, I don't even remember that. There was some crazy stuff going on. We got I don't know. That was more power than I felt in a long time. Like, I felt like the old me for a second.
Good.
That sounds kind of like a hell yeah in our situation. We need like everything we can get.
Sounds like I need to go to this volcano.
The answers for me were there when I was at the end of my rope.
Yeah, are we,
I'm not that in the rope. I'm feeling pretty good about it, but seems like I got you some extra juice.
Well, okay, whatever. Always Mr. Gotta be in charge of things. Never let my shit
I've had a wonderful teacher. What do you want from me?
Oh, okay. And she just disappears back into your head.
Yes. William, just a little pissed. You're like, yes.
We gotta get that scale first from the death dealer, right? Doesn't he have that? And we want that?
Facts. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. You ain't got to, but man, you'd be a good friend and a good old pal and just a bunch of swell people if you help me
Aren't
do that.
you like dying or
yeah.
something?
I had a nap on a blanket you
Yeah,
threw on
it's
the floor
fine. It's
yesterday. I'm
fine.
good as gold now.
I can know all my internal injuries.
You know when you go stay at a friend's house, but they like just say like see you tomorrow, and they go sleep in their warm bed, and you didn't give me anything to sleep on, but I did because I'm used to sleeping in the
They gave
woods.
him a small sleeping bag.
You got a sleeping bag. I don't know
It
what
was
the fuck you're
literally a
complaining
small sleeping bag. I had to choose which leg was warm during the night.
about. Yeah,
The right
and
one, in case you're wondering.
I was.
Oh, you don't stick your feet out
I can feel it
outside
from
the
here.
blanket?
Well, it's a sleeping bag. There is no sticking anything outside of anything. It's a bag.
Weird, you should have just climbed on a bed.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I literally could not climb.
I slept up there and I feel great. It's dark eyes. It's visibly sad.
Why don't you just learn how to trance? It's so much better.
Yeah, you know what? Let me
I'm
just
not.
rewire.
I'm not an elf. I can't.
Let me just rewire my biology real quick.
Did you do it?
Beep,
point.
beep, beep,
Can you
beep.
do that?
My elves get
Trust.
my ears get pointy.
Your elves get pointy. Oh,
My elves
weird.
get pointy.
Let me see them elves.
All elves are pointy. They're angular bastards. Yeah. So what are we? So what do you need? What does the death dealer need? What are we doing?
Well, we got to go. Actually, everything's kind of pointing toward the volcano. We got to go to where he says the fire giant is. That's the guy who's got his. We got to get a ruby of some kind or a red dot, whatever. He said to me that it's in this giant's eye. It's like for whatever reason, this giant has red eye. I don't get it. Who lives near the red eye has a red eye. Do you remember those orc folks you met a long time ago? They were like bandits, but they're also like poets and whatever. You know.
Oh, the really
thinkers.
nice ones.
Yeah, we got to go through there again.
Cool.
Okay.
You might get help from them, but apparently there's a bandit camp not far from there, down in the Spider Canyon, that we avoided during the Avatar mission, and that's kind of where we gotta go.
Okay.
Cool. Love to flex
I
these new
guess-
muscles.
If we're heading towards the volcano, I guess there's a point to be brought up. When I opened the door last night, when there was rumbling, it looked like the
Yeah, what was
volcano
that
was
about?
very active, so we might have trouble there. Might be a little hot.
Sure.
Okay.
He'll be fine.
Sorry, it was starting to smoke a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
As she comes out and she steps as close as she can to you, Beatrice, and says, "What do you mean?"
The volcano
Answer that lady.
exploded. Yeah,
It exploded.
yeah.
Huh. We call those eruptions.
As she runs out and like phases through the door,
It's like a dog getting caught on a leash, though. She's tethered to Will. Ding.
Will gets tethered. Ah!
She's dragging Will. He's got his fingernails. Come after me!
But I just
Right
hit the
into the
door.
door.
I don't go through it. Ow. Ow. Actually,
Let me open it. I swear I'll come with you. Please.
I've
The door's
been
so
the door
strong.
and then there is a William-sized hole in the door as you're pulled through. You see her
Yeah, I
drop
go
down.
outside with that.
She's dropped down on her knees, and she's like weeping. And then, like, the cry turns into like laughter, not a maniac, but just like a happy, like, this is so great, this is so good. And she like wipes her eyes, and she stands up, and she turns, and she puts her hands on your shoulders, William, and she says, "He's here. He's arrived."
Festos?
No. The Megalos. He's back. And she says,
Let's just pretend that we know about it, but the friends don't. So if you just
Need
want
a
to,
fantasy Rolodex.
Yeah.
and she says,
Was it Giganosaur or something?
Yeah. Hold on. And she disappears back in. And she's like in your head, and you like kind of go in there too. And you see her like looking through like some file folders. and she's kind of looking around different shelves, frantically.
It's a library. It's a library in his head.
Yeah,
Come on now.
absolutely.
It's just it's a library, but each single book is just a erotica book for a different member of Beast family.
No.
Yeah, let's not look at that one. It says 2022 taxes on the front cover.
Taxes 1983.
And she walks over to like some like port in this space, and she pushes it through, and then unlocking in your brain is this vision that you have of this giant battlefield, and there is this 30, 40 foot tall like a giant figure, and it is just like raking through fields of people. And you can't quite tell what side it's on, but then you see this giant meteor-sized like rock fly into this giant and sort of knock it back. And as the camera pans, there is like this figure, and it is like on its back has like what looks like a volcano almost, and it's like walking on 4 legs. And it kind of lays down, and that volcano points at the giant, and it lights up, and then it shoots this beam of light, which hits this giant and puts a hole in the middle of it, knocking it down onto a field of its own people. And then it like lets out this roar. And then she says, "That's the Megalos." One thing we love at Lawful Stupid, among the other things we love at Lawful Stupid, is spreading the word about your business. Or maybe you want to tell your sweet, sweet grandma that you love her for the world to hear. We want to give you that chance. If you're a business and want to get your services on the air, or just want to tell a loved one a personal message, head on over to lawfulstupid.org/message in a bottle. There you can take around 250 words to say what you want. Business ads are $20, personal ads are $10. Tell the world what you have to hear with Lawful Stupid's Message in a Bottle.
So the Megalos is like a volcano monster, but on our side.
No. He's on our side.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. But he's still a monster. It's weird. It's a volcano on his back. You call that a mammal, Ashley?
Do we think big volcano monster can take Nova? Is that
I think we fight the red giant and get the scale. I think is the goal.
Okay, gotcha.
Well,
so we use the
downplayed.
Megalos to kill the giant.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Well, we used it in the past, and 4 of us had one. Me and the other immortals, we all had one. There's 3 other
Are
immortals.
they beasts or?
They're all different beasts, like different elemental beasts that we had.
Oh, I see.
He says, well, certainly, Fume, you remember the creatures that the king was making.
Yes.
Wait, is the Megalos mine now? Do I inherit that?
Do you have keys to the Megalos?
He looks at his chain.
We do. We have to get to it. You haven't been tested yet.
Oh. Not for this, anyways.
Fume, roll a history check for me.
I'd love
So when she's talking about the creatures,
I rolled a 2. Just a
okay,
2.
you remember that there were these giant creatures. They were like mostly made of metal, but they're like these dark wizards who were somehow bringing them to life.
Rita Repulsion.
Yes, and they were just as big as the Megalos, and it's like you remember that there was a great victory that one of the Megalos was like destroyed by these machines.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And then William, what you remember is that there's still some remains of these giant like structures that people live in now, but were once these giant metal creatures that were used for the Tigershan War.
Megazords.
Yeah.
Is what we called them.
Let's go get the Megalos. Apparently I have keys. Or we'll get keys.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Maybe we'll hotwire it. Eh?
Stupid, funny jokes.
You and your dumb, funny jokes are ruining this podcast.
That was a good one, William.
We only do not funny
Thanks.
jokes on this podcast.
Yeah, I know. My best.
Okay, so what we'll say is you guys need to set off, but you will need to skirt pretty close to, if you remember last time when you started out, you were in Junga and you kind of had to head northeast of that. So you'll go by Junga enough to miss it, so you don't have to do that, but you'll probably still want to be, weary of being close to that. So you're going to travel down the mountains southeast along a river, and then that's when you'll come across, and then the bridge. I don't know if you guys remember the bridge you have to go over that takes you kind of into the forest area, which then splits over to the left canyon, right's the forest, and then to the right of that is like a big lake.
Bulletproof.
I'm ready to do all of that without contest.
So you do have to, so you can make the stop at the Red Eye if you want. Like if that's what you want to take you, I can take you into the Red Eye area, or if you're wanting to go straight to kind of where the Fire Giant is, you can come back around.
Well, we're trying to make it to the Megalos, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to go to the volcano
Yeah.
where the Red Eye is.
Didn't we need to go to the Red Eye first, though?
You don't have to. I mean, you don't. That you know there's an explosion. She tells you the Megalos is there, but that doesn't mean you have to go there.
Wait, the Megalos was there. It was at Red Eye.
Yes.
That's where
The Fire
go,
Giant's
right?
close by,
Yeah.
so we're gonna go get the.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
Red Eye
Hotwire.
first.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the Giant without the Megazord.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you can do is we'll just skip through. I'm not going to make you do the ninth rolls. I don't have anything very special. What you'll notice every once in a while are these little metallic spiders that seem to be following you around again. I don't know if you want to pick one up and say anything to it.
Hey, Riz, there's like a 46% chance that I killed Dr. Brightside. You should just know that.
Also, it's all Nova.
Oh yeah, Nova's the bad guy.
And the robot falls out of your hand on its back, and the legs are moving around and flips itself over.
Yeah. So just be aware of that. And hey, if you can get a hold of your mom, because Noah's the bad guy, we're trying to get god tier juice on our side. So if you can holler at your mom and see if she can slap some sense into her sister, that would be hell yeah.
The front leg scratches its head.
Isn't
Tell that
Riz's
to
mom-
Riz.
Tell it to Riz. Riz, whose mom is a water god.
Yeah.
That's who I'm trying to relate.
Yes.
this
Yeah.
message to,
Still the same thing. It's what you see the robot do.
Okay. Well, if you could do that, that would be cool, because otherwise the world's probably gonna. Oh, she's trying to kill your dad, your grandpa, your grandpa Uni. That's her plan. She wants the rainbow scale. It's in Miss B's chest. We got it. Don't worry about it. So
It starts
we're
to
gonna go-
spin around as you feed this information to it.
So that's what we're doing. That's what she wants. If we don't meet her in the catacombs, she's going to unleash all the sleepers that she stole their magic away so that she could try to concentrate it, try to open the door to get to the person that she loves. That whole deal. So we'll be doing that. And if you can help us in any way, please, God, do. We are so outgunned here. It is not appropriate.
Look at it. You're making the little spider thing dizzy. That's too
Did
much
you see the
information.
spiral things, and it's where its eye should be? It's just spiraling, and then it says rebooting ... and then a load screen.
I assume it's like a telecom to Riz. I'm not assuming that I have to tell all this to the spider, and the spider's got man, I have to emotionally deal with that and find a way.
I don't know.
How am I going
this
to
just
tell
became
him?
its own. This is
Okay.
so it gets to 99 and then resets to 20, and then
Okay.
goes up again to 100.
All right. Well, we'll just hope that gets across.
And spider scurries off. Okay, great.
Loop closed.
Ba-doop-boo. Hey, everybody, thanks for listening to Lawful Stupid this episode. The sight and the smell that you come to as you get close, the volcano has been coming closer to you for miles and miles, right? You were able to see it.
Smell like Will's sweat.
A day and a half away. It smells like sulfur.
Will's sweat.
Yep.
It's eerily quiet. Normally you'd hear the sound of birds, perhaps chirping. Some houses you've passed, like no one came out to greet you. It didn't seem like anything was going on inside of these houses. No dogs barking. As you begin to make your way through more houses, but it also doesn't seem like anything is amiss. Like where the lava had exploded, you would expect whoever saw that perhaps like to be more damage. And that's just not the case. As you make your way through the outskirts of this town that lead into presumably this large population of the Red Eye. And your dirt turns from dirt to like a hard stone, like a flat stone road.
Like volcanic glass?
Yes, because that's way cooler than when I even had thought. I'm a dumb idiot, and that's what we're doing now.
Okay.
B is just going to press to digitate 3 of their clothes a lot cooler, so probably Fume herself and Breeze, because I believe William has the similar spell. At one point he did. I don't know if it's still there.
He doesn't, but he is not worried about it.
William
It does not affect him.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like, ooh, it's a little cold here.
Shivering.
The rest of us all sweat.
This place feels great.
It's too hot.
Fume's just got like his arms stuck out, and it's like because all the stuff's pretty like sealed off, like at the cuffs and his like suit, so it's just like billowing with air. It's like this internal magical AC is keeping him cool. He's just like puffed up.
And I think you're taking this path for 20 or 30 minutes with the eerie silence, following along this kind of this black glassy road. And it turns up now in toward the mountain, and you're crossing several bridges. But eventually, you come to this gap. It's probably 200 feet wide, and who knows how deep, because inside of this pit is kind of hardened lava now at this point. It's like magma, really hardening. Yeah, it hasn't completely turned yet. It's just so much of it. It's still heated almost for like underneath. But there is a bridge that crosses it. But at the very end, like where the lava like overflowed a bit, it has even kind of melted it down a little bit. So I need you all to do dexterity checks for me to see how you're able to get across that.
Acrobatics.
Can I just fly?
You could.
Yeah, I just fly.
Okay.
So are we going acrobatics or just
Yeah,
dexterity?
acrobatics is the skill to maintain balance.
Gotcha.
Balance on a tightrope or stay upright, yeah, on a rocky ship's deck, yeah.
Even with a +8 modifier, that's a 10.
Oh, your modifier is only +8, mine's +9. 20.
Oh gosh. All right. So Fume, you make it across pretty easily. I'm going to say that Beatrice, as you go to jump across, you jump to a section that is a little weaker, and you're able to grab onto like this small pillar that is of the bridge is connected, but your foot kind of scrapes across some of that molten lava, and you're going to take a 2d10 fire damage.
Good boy.
It's 2d10 flat.
Can I like lower my chain and be like, hey, grab onto this? And then-
Yes. Yep.
Are you going to roll it, Devin, or do you want me to roll it?
You can roll it.
You can roll your own fate.
You
I can roll my own.
You can
fate.
lie to me if you want.
Destroy yourself.
Oh, it's only 2 damage. Crazy.
Yeah,
2d10.
Yep.
That's not fine. That's a 12.
It's
Okay.
about average. You're fine.
Yeah, and so then I think, like you said, Will kind of like lets the chain down, you grab onto that, and it pulls you up and sets you up on the solid ground. That's my thoughts too. Make it into town, and you see that there has been, over some of these houses, like slabs of stone, because now you've kind of gotten up to the volcano itself, where it kind of has curved up into the actual volcanic structure itself. And pulled down over most of the houses are these slabs of just rock. Some of it is that like black crystal, or a lot of it is now, but just stone pulled out over the houses. And you can tell that also there have been like these gutters put in different places. Obviously, this place has been prepped for just such an occasion. Who knows for how long? So as the lava flowed down, it would flow over the houses into these little ditches and into the giant moat around the entire city.
Man, these people are way smarter than I gave credit to the people who built their houses right next to a volcano. Like, I thought for sure this was it for them, but they have taken precautions. All right, cool.
Everyone agrees. All right.
That's all my color commentary.
You see that there's like this large cavernous area off to one side that people are beginning to flow out of. And they're like all sweating profusely. Some are being carried out. And it's just like hundreds of people coming out now and splitting off in different paths, walking up, stairs that go up the volcano and around. And you begin to see that there are some other people who are like making these symbols, and they're like pushing the stone slabs back into the volcano, like forming it back into itself, closing up the ditches that are made of stone as well, as they begin to just like terraform this back into what it was.
Do these happen to look like those earthbender guys? Like these
Absolutely.
The earth invokers?
Yeah, very similar to at the games, yep.
Yeah, okay. Cool. It's all adding up. Good lord. It all checks out.
All right, so we need to find this key.
I think
it might be a metaphorical key.
Right, sure.
Or is it a literal key?
Ashley, where next?
Actually, William, this next part, you have to do alone.
She says that only I can do the next part. Something about I have to do it alone.
Hey, I don't want to say that she already gave you the answer, bro, but she said she hopped in a volcano and all solved all her problems, so...
Yeah, I'm not... Yeah, okay, sure. I'm gonna go hop in a volcano.
You just don't die.
No promises.
I can say that with confidence that if you don't burn to death at least once, you really can't call yourself a man.
Well, it's the only time you call yourself a man, so I agree. Yeah, I guess I start walking to the top of this volcano, I guess. There's stairs, right? Is that what I just heard?
Yeah, there are stairs. So the guys terraform it into a slide, and you just keep sliding back. Every time you get to the top, they just turn it back into a slide again.
Task.
What a weird challenge. I just fly. I fucking go to the top.
Fly up there.
He makes a stone like piece come out and hit you in the head every time. So there's literally a black glass ceiling.
Roof. But rock.
Weird.
The volcanic glass ceiling. The volcanic glass ceiling.
Yeah, volcanic glass ceiling. You'll never break through. Oh no, you get to the top. I say it's a large structure, right? It's like 10 minutes and you're up there. Even if you fly, you're spending a good 30 minutes flying up into the air at whatever pace that is. So if that's the route you want to take, or do you want to walk? Surely not walking. You're William. I don't think you walk.
No, it's fuck that. I guess I fly at 30 feet a second. I'll be right back, I guess, guys.
So there's a point in this volcanic structure, what you might call halfway, where people stop building homes into the side of the mountain.
Halfway up the volcanoes where they thought this is a bad idea.
That's where they literally drew the line. It's a big white line, and it's labeled the line.
The line. Yeah.
That's where they drew it.
You seem to go through, and as you can see in your eyes, there's like ash that begins to like hit you. It's like, kind of left over from the explosion. It doesn't really, just more annoying than like gnats on a motorcycle.
Yeah, fuck.
It's in my mouth.
You seem to go into a smoky area where you can't quite see around you. You soon continuing to fly straight up into the air.
Another 5 minutes
Sure,
of this
maybe
smoke
slow
cover.
that pace down a little bit if I can't see.
Yes,
But
yeah. 5, 10, 15 minutes of still just, flying up. Is it ever going to end?
Wait. How does your fly work?
I basically, let's see.
Can you fly for 5 to 10? Doesn't it cost you HP to fly?
No, it's a bonus action to where I can't like maintain. Let me double check. I can't hold it for the round, so I'd have to be doing bursts.
Oh, so you're like rappelling up the mountain, like doing Hulk jumps with fire?
Basically, it wouldn't
That's
just be
cool.
like straight flying because it's Phoenix Flight. You give yourself 30 feet of flying speed at the end of your turn. You would fall. So basically, I would be doing big jumps with the burst of fire.
That's cool. I like that visual better.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's more fun.
Yeah, because I can't actually fly indefinitely unless there's like something to jump off of or like.
You have the flight capabilities of a chicken.
Yeah,
Like
basically.
Okay.
It should be called Flaming Phoenix. It should be called
Phoenix Feather.
Rowdy Rooster.
Yeah, it's called Phoenix Flight, but yeah,
Okay.
100%.
I dig it. So I feel like you're kind of going up and around as you go. Not just like straight up. Again, kind of in this foggy area, smoky area.
Fumey.
And Fumey area.
Fumey
And
even,
you come up above that line.
Oh, this smells and tastes familiar. Weird.
And it clears. Suddenly it kind of clears. And you have about another 100 feet to go up. And now some of this lava is still trickling at the top of this thing. And you realize now there are two kind of peaks. One a little higher than the other. And you are about 5 steps.
Both erupting.
Continuously. 5 steps from one. And then you realize when you get to that one, there is an opening, like a door, into the larger one. So the top is here, and then just below, probably 30 feet below the top of that one, is an entrance carved into the stone. Not a doorway, just an opening. Or not a door, just an opening.
If I've ever seen a welcome mat, that's the thing. I go in there.
As you step through the door, you were kind of on the inner ring now. And there's still 20 feet of wall above you, and down below you is just lava that it looked like it could erupt at any moment.
So it's a woman here.
And there is a ledge on the inside of this thing, and on the other side there's this pedestal that is stood up there. And what you notice is that it is extremely, extremely hot in here, even for you.
Yeah.
And Eshi,
I'm with you.
in your
So
head,
it's
says, something is not right.
Well, you think he has a fever?
It's not the same. It doesn't have the same feel. When we received its power earlier, when it called out to us, it should feel like that. And it doesn't.
Sure. I approach the pedestal.
Yeah, and I think you almost have to like skirt around this because there's not enough to just walk broadly to it. And as you
I shimmy to the pedestal.
I shimmy on over, and as you get to the pedestal, there is sitting on it a red scale.
I pick it up.
As you pick it up, there is suddenly from behind you a tendril that wraps around your waist from behind you, presumably from down in the lava.
I attack it.
And as you attack it, it pulls you down into the lava. It's like you're midair.
Yeah, I'm starting to be pulled down.
Yeah.
Got it.
And that's where we're in the episode.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that, so I stopped responding. Just damn it.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening to episode 50? Yes, 50 of Lawful Stupid, where I continuously try to end every episode on a cliffhanger or a cliff faller, however you decide to look at it. Yeah, and so somebody tell me about the non-dangerous ways to support.
I'll start working on my next character.
We told you not to die. How did you already messed it up?
Can't stand
it
the
wasn't
heat.
even more than 5
You
minutes.
had one job, and it was not to die.
Can't stand the heat, get out of the volcano.
That's true.
Fumes come, and it's just been eaten away at him. If you don't burn to death once, you're not a real man. Well, I'll show you, you little punk.
Yeah, you little bitch. Hey, if you wanna support the show, you can go to store.lawfulstupid.org. Pick out some merch. Pick out a t-shirt. They're really comfortable.
Lots of new stickers to harass Avon about.
Hey Shane, what's the dangerous way to support? I love that bit now. What's the dangerous way to support?
The dangerous way to support Lawful Stupid is you hack into the mainframe, and you get all the giga chips, and you make every computer in your state download every episode of Lawful Stupid.
Love it.
Simultaneously. That's the dangerous way, but hey man, you could go to jail.
Well, you made it sound like that's like the good alternative, but hey man, you could go to jail.
You could get stuck in cyberspace forever. You could code Lyoko yourself.
Oh boy, no, that would be
What a fucking
reference.
great reference. Thank you.
I feel good about that one. I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people in our audience.
You could have went Johnny Quest. That was too far back, but you hit code Lyoko.
Johnny Quest didn't get stuck in a computer.
No, but he went in and out of the computer. And I think there was an episode where they're like kind of stuck. It's not nearly as on point as Code Lyoko. Johnny Quest is also super old comparatively.
Super old. Bruce, what was his name? Bruce Bannon? What's the dad's name? Or the cool guy?
Johnny Quest's dad?
I don't know. It's been a long time.
Tell us in our Discord about that answer.
Yeah.
If anybody knows,
somebody answer
come
my.
for us.
Oh, I'll have it before the end of the episode.
I have it right now.
Do you
It's
really?
Benton Sequest.
No, that's the dad's name, but he had like a cool guy who was like.
You're talking about Race Bannon.
Race
who is
Bannon.
the cool
That's it.
guy.
Race
yeah.
Bannon.
Dang
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I knew it was like Bannon. But I want to say Bruce Bannon because of Bruce Banner, who was the Hulk.
Yep.
And I was just thinking about him because of your jumps. Man, what a world. But yeah, the thing about the Roll for Humanity is it's the adoption exchange this month, and it's a really worthwhile cause that you should support at your own table and use the hashtag Roll for Humanity. Let me know what you rolled. But I have rolled a 16. That's pretty good.
Dang, dude.
Damn.
There's like one crap roll in there, but hey, money's money.
Money is money, and every
still pretty
little
good.
roll helps. So if a D20 is up your alley, please do that at your next game. Your next game you play at your table, have everybody chip in. It's really a small way that you can keep being a hero after the game's over. That's always fun.
All right, well, as we do, we're going to end on a good news story.
Did anyone talk about Discord?
I talked about Discord. I'm not going to try and plug in our Patreon after the Roll for Humanity. So, no,
That's
it's
fair.
for kids.
It's true.
No,
That's fair.
I'm not doing it.
All right. So if you haven't played this game before, what I do is I give a tagline. This is the first time I've done this in
He's not stalling
50
at all.
episodes. No, I have one. I can't wait to hear this how this goes. This is gonna be a good one. This one is wind turbines are using cameras and AI to see birds and shut down when they approach. So what happens here is Avon will like give a sweet cutesy thing if she can. Then Dwayne and Shane destroy it somehow, and it's lovely.
Can I actually break the meta real quick?
No.
I have kind of a sweet, cute story about wind turbines that I'd like to share.
But you also have to cap it with the terrible thing. Is that cool?
No.
Oh,
it's
okay,
about my
go
wife.
ahead.
It's about my wife.
Oh, okay.
So,
Interested.
so a thing that I have done since the first time Kayla and I ever saw a wind turbine together is I make the joke every single time. I go, I don't fucking get wind turbines. They're so fucking useless. They don't do anything. And she's just like, it's concerned. Like, what, you don't believe in renewable energy? I'm like, you got all these giant fucking fans. It's still so goddamn hot out. And I do that joke every time we see a wind turbine, and every single time it's like she never heard it before, and every single time she laughs, and I'm like, yes!
She just blacks out every
I
time,
did it!
and then you get to the punchline. That's love.
That is love.
It really
Yeah.
is the person who keeps laughing at your same dumb joke every time you make it compulsively, every time you see a fixture in your environment. That's true
Is there a
love.
lot of wind turbines in your life?
We did in California.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, that makes more sense. I was like, Kentucky? Question mark?
Those are called windmills.
Kentucky, the coal state? No, we're good.
Yeah, I was
We're known
like,
for coal and tobacco, and we don't need any fancy. You can't even sign up for a recycling program. Like, you can't, they will just come get your trash. It's like, will you come get my recyclable?
They
No.
do, and you see them dip it into the same truck no matter what. A different trash can,
They
same
would.
truck.
They sure would.
Well, now I feel like we just need to tell sweet stories about spouses. Because I can say one about Ginge.
Dude, let's hear it.
Mine was topical with the wind turbines.
Okay.
Yes. Mine's kind of. Ginge and I were on a road trip, and it was evening time, and we know we go past wind turbines. However, it was dark, can't see anything, moon's out, so you can kind of see, like, the light shining on the wind turbines. But they have little flashing lights going off. Ginge and I were puzzled for a good 5 minutes about what the heck these things were, because they were always in sync. Every time it went. And we're just like, well, that's something weird. And as we got closer and could see what it actually was, because, mind you, we're driving at like 11 p.m. at night. It was real interesting when we got up close enough to see that they were actually the wind turbines. And the lights were there to show off how tall they were.
That's true, because they are a hazard for aviation
Yes.
and birds.
And birds.
Apparently.
So it's cute that they installed cameras to make them not get squashed.
So, what they don't tell you.
So, okay, well, here's my question. I do have a question. How much energy does it require to stop the wind turbine? Does it cancel out all of the work the wind turbine did that day to pump the brakes and stop for a bird on a dime? Doesn't that take way more energy?
I feel like
than
it would.
produces?
Like, what a waste of time. Where do they put the cameras?
not really, because no. So if you think about it, like the Priuses, they actually have technology where you brake, it actually charges the battery, so they could have stuff like that where when they brake,
So somehow the
it'll
resistance
charge.
of the brake is also
exactly,
providing energy.
it's the resistance of the brake. Yeah,
like that friction is somehow being channeled
correct.
into
I thought that was the
energy.
coolest thing when I learned that.
That is
That's like
really cool.
That's old tech by this point.
So,
Wow,
Tesla
it's like 6
did
years
it.
old minimum.
it says they can spin
flywheel
up
is what Sean's
to
saying.
like 150 miles an hour. It's pretty fast.
bonkers. But they're
They're
so big.
yeah,
it's
it still
that
looks like it's
crazy.
slow. Oh wait, when's
I just think it's funny to think of them as
so
big
Avon-
fans that aren't reducing global warming at all. Like George W. Bush's global warming problem was like, get a bunch of big fans out there.
cool it all down? He thought it was cooling everything. It has nothing to do with renewable
He did,
energy.
yeah.
Why is the Earth still hot?
Plants getting so hot, now we need big fans, and hey, if it gets real hot, you put an ice bucket in behind it, and then it's gonna get real cool.
Yeah, Antarctica down there.
Well, we put these big fans in Antarctica. Turned it into the global AC. Nobody's listening to my ideas. W's
You
got
just
it.
crack the glaciers open. You can put more fans down there on more glaciers.
And you can put them in your whiskey.
This has gone off rails. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening. Go get a wind turbine. Donate one to Lawful Stupid today so you can keep generating happiness from us. And as we usually say, we love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.